Should be good. We should be good now. I sure hope we're good now. Yeah, so the stream died. So now we delete this. Yes. Very fun. Okay, now I need to put it on. We back, we vibing. We are back and vibing, and it's gonna be great. I just need to post it out to Twitter. We back. Yep, we back. We chill. Also, latency is increased, and that should help. All your streams are really late at night for me, so I usually end up missing them. I mean, it's 11:30 for me. That's the only time that I really want to stream, but yeah. Which is big rips. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. Manga is one of those. I can't see the latency's up, so I can't tell. Okay, manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating thing in the world. Irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on the door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Papa. Consider this. Don't judge my book. Don't judge a book. Okay. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah, I stare at the cover. It features four girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses, which is extremely Don't just stand there. Ugh. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? Books be like words. Yes, that is very true. And some of them have pictures, which are worth 1,000 words. I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. Didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I wouldn't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? Hmm? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? Uh, I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Manga is advanced literature. I am now Big Brian. Manga is pretty. I like manga. Typical slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. I I will always love this picture of Natsuki. It's so frickin' adorable and I love it. Like, it's my favorite thing. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun. Oh, I'm in top chat, so if anyone said something that's not... Okay, we're fine. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Hmm? You don't? Um, that's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. That is your desktop background. That is your desktop background and you can't change my mind? It's actually not. Though. My desktop background is the basic Apple background, you know? Very basic. Got the mountains. Beautiful. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They really just think manga is for kids. Can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet. Make me want to punch them in the face. Photoshopped? No, it's not. Not even allowed. Oh my gosh, I swear as well. Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. Finding friends who don't judge, so easy online. Finding friends who don't judge IRL, so difficult. Oh, I hate it. Like, please don't judge me for who I am, because this is me, you are you, and like, just let me be me. Don't worry about me as a being. Worry about you. I don't want you to be trying to say that how I am is completely wrong, because that is wrong. I am me. You are you. Let that be. That's why I don't have IRL friends. I have a few IRL friends, and they are absolutely wonderful people. They don't judge, and it's absolutely wonderful. Like, yeah. Like, if Cube's here, I told one of my IRL friends about the thing that I talked to you about, and I felt so much better after it. Like, absolutely, yeah. But yeah. Online friends are pretty great as well. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Hmm? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep up with my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. Oh my gosh. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I can't just win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying it yourself, right? So, geez, that's enough. Yum, child abuse? No. Don't make me time you out. Don't make me. Don't make me. Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Dot 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 dot. Time passes. I'll just vibe over here. Well, just don't say like yum child abuse. We don't want to joke about things that are really bad in the world. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Looks like she's started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki? Yeah? And suddenly Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey. Okay, can we just get, like, this bop? An absolute bop. Just gibberish. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches into Monica. Oh my gosh. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give them. I like how it's just both. Gibberish. She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it in her mouth. Don't worry, Baba. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? We're gonna go check up with Natsuki and share with her. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. Nightbot is right. Hydrate or dihydrate. Yes, hydrate or dihydrate. Don't hydrate. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki retorts and Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You're just... You don't understand anything, do you? One sec, guys. One sec. There's no toad emoji on YouTube, which makes everyone sad. Okay. You just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go and announcing it to the whole world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Oh my gosh, Adobe, I fucking swear. Back off. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Beautiful, Natsuki. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it, but they have this weird looking frog, so... I mean, that's alright. What? Just be honest. I am? Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. Cheetahs can fly? Did I misread it? Did I did I say cheetahs can fly? Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it up for a rhyme at the end, but then it made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what that's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I had decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki feels proud, then I won't take that away from her. Do we do Yuri or Monica? Ooh, chaka. And also, I'm sorry I can't. Oh my god. Yeah. So the latency is kinda high. So I'm really sorry if like I'm not responding immediately. Oh, I'm trying my best. I respond to it as immediate. I'm hungry, but I also wake up my parents and they'd be mad. Also, Monica. Cool. Hi, Baba. Having a good time so far? Oh, yeah. Good. Glad to hear. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Then don't be afraid to break things up, okay? Oh, and he yawned, but I kept on talking because I'm so cool. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be a little afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Papa. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Mm-hmm. I like it, Baba. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No, no. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. Sorry, I have someone else's stream pulled up. If someone... Nightbot, you lied to me? What? Question. What's your question, Rizzolo? Oh, that's what it does. I'm sorry. Oh, you're all good. Don't worry about it. Kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Also, are you watching our favorite undead dead boy zombie in this side? Or is he finished stream? No, I'm watching one of my friends stream. I yeah, they're pretty good. They're chill. They're nice. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because of her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I'll always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in a wall. He wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantically scrawling, playing tricks on my the sound of frantically scrawling, playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Very nice. Very nice. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What is the inspiration behind this one? Ah, well, I'm not sure if you know I know how to put it. I guess you could say that had I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influenced by, it's been influencing my poems. Ugh, I cannot speak. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. And finally, Yuri's. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through this. Ah, so it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? Ugh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and have been through that myself. I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writer styles is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. I have to do a poem analysis in English class right now, so I'm watching this for educational purposes only and no other reasons at all. All right, Rizzolo, if that's what you want to think. That's what you want to think. Then go ahead. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style. Oh, I already read that. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thoughts, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a single poem. Not just finding them, but building them. But getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's the rare opportunity for her. One sec, y'all. Alright. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight that have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh, that's a relief. Also, I like the poem. I'm gonna test what all the Nightbot commands do, so if it pings you, it's an accident. No worries, Rizzolo. No worries. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something getting something easy to digest, I suppose. If are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Papa. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolical compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Phew. Guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's obvious everyone is judging me. Okay, I don't know if it's supposed to be part of the song, but like there was a part that I just despised right there. It didn't work at all. And I was like, it's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up doing myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. Sorry, I know you're going to be doing all the commands, and I don't think one of the commands has what it needs. I think. I need to figure out how to. Yes. Coupons. How many people are in chat? 5. Cool. Oh, you didn't do all the commands? Oh. Here, I'll do the last one for you. Nightbot, can you do my command for me? Or is it just Streamloop? Nightbot, you make me... Is it spelled differently in the command? Stream, it should just be that. Come on, Nightbot. Come on, be an epic gamer. Very rude. Okay. Well then I'll do it for Nightbot. The language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out that nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. I don't know why Streamloots isn't working. Is rules working? Oh, why is it set up like that? What the heck? Nightbot, you're weird. Oh, I set it up like that. I'm just stupid. Alright. It better do the Discord one for you. If it doesn't, I'm gonna riot. Nightbot, why do you have to be so mean? SMH Nightbot. If I was actually looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Baba did too. So based off of that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. Did everyone buy their turnips today? Today's Saturday for me. Well, actually, it's Sunday. Turned Sunday 8 minutes ago for me. Also, wrong game. Let's try and keep it on topic. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Baba liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki Lee suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Baba appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice? Are you that full of yourself? One sec, y'all. Okay, cool. Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Baba started showing up. No, Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I'm banning Nightbot from cool person privileges? No, Nightbot's cool though. What the... Taking out your own securities on other like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking. You wanna be edgy, bitch? Edgy? Sorry, that's my lifestyle. Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just say that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove something, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Baba hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be able to be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing here. Baba, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. We're gonna agree with Natsuki. Natsuki, 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 Natsuki. Hola, Monica. Okay. Hey, Papa. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I just wish I was able to be a little more comfortable, be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Papa, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget about it all about it tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looked at me the way looks at me like Yuri looked at me like she wants to say something, but she kept glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take the responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me to be around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Baba. It would just be embarrassing while with you listening. Guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really... Kawaii desu ne. Pink. Boop. Friends. Sunset. Candy. Clouds. Whistle. Skirt. Fluffy. Nibble. Childhood. Fireworks. Games. Waterfall. Vanilla. Party. Ocean. Blanket. Sugar. I got an all Natsuki one. I'm so happy. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Papa. Hi, Yuri's boob. I'm not sure if it's just me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulders, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at her desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I've already decided that there's no way you could be a bad person. Yeah, Yuri's expression. Yeah, she don't have one. But look, she's cute. But now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Baba, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. I'm really glad you joined this club. Everything is a little brighter with you around and... sorry, what am I saying right now? I just... Hey, have you guys seen Monica? Ah, no, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she is. Where she was. She didn't have one though? Yes, she does. She has one. She's quirky. Quirky and dark. Stream delay be ruining your jokes? Yep. I'm also really sorry. It's the only way that I can make it so that it's not buffering a ton. So sorry about that. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. And no, I haven't. Geez, this isn't like her after all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Um, Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez. Whatever. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But, oh, it was exactly what it said. Okay. I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Hey! No, not hey. Sorry, I'm super late. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Ah, well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyways? Ah, well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I'll be practicing for a while, but I'm still not ready, not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still so impressed. Well, thank you, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Papa. Monica smiles sweetly. Ah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyways. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. Chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki had already run off into the closet. Papa, um, since your compliment puts me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Ah, I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you you gave me the after you gave that book to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine. She's reading over there, see? Don't think about her so much. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there. What's the story about anyway? Well, mm, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious plant that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to. Oh, that just might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri makes it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that Yuri being cringe right now. Natsuki is most important. Definitely, we need to go to Natsuki. Natsuki is a little precious child, and we need to take care of her. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Baba? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy some kinds of those stories, but so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. Sorry if I keep yawning while I'm talking. When horrible things happen, it's not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyways. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body oh my gosh, what? I kind of forget to pay attention to the other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Yawning too? I've been infected? I'm sorry. And please stop me if I'm starting to talk too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. That's. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. That's not. It's not that I don't. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. So sorry. I was just bathing. Oh my. What? Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't mean to. Sorry. I mean. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right arm to hold open the book. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, or huddled even closer than before, It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Uh, to turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way that she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why it came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can resist if you can not resist. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little. My breathing? Yuri pushes her hand on her chest as to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Baba? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our homes with each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd just start out without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Start with Natsuki. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I'd be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in this club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody, so it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Oh wow. T3B LB IBZ B3VYLFFROAXJKIEV5ZQEE. No, not equal. E equals. SSBJYW4TZMVLB CBO AGU GDUVU ZGVY BMVZ CYBV ZIBO LGC 2TPBIBOA VDWDOLHRO. Please don't read the whole thing. You ready? ZHBRBMLM ZSWG2VY ZHSBH BIBLEHRBLB GB2Y GBXK GC2V UC2UG B2YGDG91Y2GULE Zoe, I swear. 2GULEL5I G GJV ZHKGBMVHCMX5 IGNVBNZLBHNL CY4G VGH LCMUNCYBZB2IL DGHPBMCJWFJCMVKAWJSESBMYWLUDCWG ZGV LCCBK B3DULCBOAGFOIHNJCMVHBXMG DG8GCMVZAXNOIHROAX MGLW5JB250CM9S BGFIBGUGCGX LYXNLICMUU IEJLID CBGIGNH BIBHBHJ LYWR5 IHR LBG WGD GHHD CBJJ2OG YMVPB MCGC HVZAGVKLI G92ZXIGDGHLIGVK Z2UUIEKGY2FU J3QULI 5JILNH BID OIHNOB3AGBXLZZWXMLG equals. Wonderful. Baba, why didn't you come to read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead. Okay? You don't hate me, Baba, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want me to go? Do you want me to make? Do you want to make me go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. It's all I have. Play with me. Play with me. Oh my gosh. Pleasant. I hope all of you liked that. Very, very fun snapped neck Natsuki. We got the Natsuki ending, so we don't have to do that ever again. And I don't think I want to. Now we'll talk to Monica. Hi again, Baba. How's the writing going to? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on it. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. Great job, Baba. I was going, ooh, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really, really metaphorical. You really just spent like 3 minutes reading keyboard mash. Correct. Because that's the kind of person that I am. I am going to read everything. I read like, I forget what it was, but it was in part one, and it was like complete gibberish. And it was like dark. It was just one word repeated over and over again, and I read all of that. I read the entire thing. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that is full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the inspiration that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so I don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream after we make our next poem for Natsuki, and then we'll end it there and call it an NIGHT. I think if she gets was a 2020 Natsuki poem, you be lying, Monica. It was a very beautiful poem. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up with drawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh, already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright, thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now? But anyway, you want to read my poem now? It's like I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't. Right? Beautiful, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Lint, great, grating, screech, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a board on a table, like playing, like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Mms, of meanings. Delete. Oh, this is talking about Yuri. Yikes. Sorry. I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, um, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, where's Monica? Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. Okay, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I? We'll go to Yuri. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's well, there's some things that you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Well, let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Oh boy. You know, I thought though the keyboard smash would be bad. Wheel, a rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy skates, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a thorn harness. Parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by skipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open waters in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time, devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disapproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears in a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolthead of 40 stakes, a bolthead of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 years and open human eyes in all directions, breathing gearbox, breathing bolthead, breathing ship. Oh my gosh, Adobe, you are ruining the vibe. Breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been absolutely hyperactive lately, so I had to take out your pen. Um, that is a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just. Can we pretend this conversation never happened? Can I. You can keep the poem, though. Ooh. Ooh. Special poem. A dream. I was staying over at my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was that there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere, and there was also someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke, and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on the TV. So the laughing was not part of the dream. It was the noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was, and how they knew how to tell a joke at that moment. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have something for the festival? Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. Sorry about that. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Papa joined us, and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to be complacent. We still have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members, anyways? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it at I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. I don't think you want to share your passion with as many people as you can. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. Should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. You know, you feel that way too. I know we all do. That's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Baba? Ah, oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Baba to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never talked until Baba joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home, and Baba isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one here who's interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Baba want more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation, no. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think everyone here saw it the same way I did? But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Baba, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice. You weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all of this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What? Me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking away anything. No, Baba. It's not the same. I won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki started packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri's and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, and I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Papa? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decided giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member that will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. Cool. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. Though I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. Oh my gosh, her eye is bleeding. It's like, stop, stop, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can talk. I'll talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey Yuri? Huh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And and also a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Baba? Um, please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Baba before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. And it's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay, I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves at Yuri as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew, things have been a little hectic lately, haven't they? Baba, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how much Natsuki, with how mean Natsuki is and everything, and you're being a little bit, you know. Sometimes I feel like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. Uh, I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say anything weird. There's just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why, wait, no, not yet, no. Oh, heck, hello, hello. Monica, get up here. Oh, we got 1 out of 20. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, it's just gonna keep going, isn't it? Rainbow. Giggle. Love. Lipstick. Kawaii desu ne. I don't know why I can't stop saying kawaii desu ne. It's like always on my mind and I hate it. Fun. Romance. Email. Ocean. Fireflies. Kiss. Ooh, very nice drawing if I do say so myself. Hi, Papa. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monica, I told you not to. Ugh, is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me. Must you always interrupt my conversations with you incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that you say that like I don't do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Look, I did something about yesterday. Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. So, Natsuki, nobody cares. Why don't you go look for some coins under the vending machine or something? Oh man, the last one here again. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Oh, I was gonna end the stream, but I'm really vibing it. So we're just gonna keep going. It motivates me to work hard for the festivals too. Anyway, Baba, what do you want to do for today? I was thinking we already have plans today. Ah, is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Baba's already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've already gotten him into literature, Monica? I I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes. Thank you for understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thank you very much. If there's one thing that I can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug it in at this teacher's desk, and then I'll be able to get some water. How much time do we got left? Okay. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. And we're gonna save here. Because, one, the thing that I use to read chat is about to die. I don't want it to die. And I think we've got at least a person here, right? Right? Got at least a person here, I'm sure. Alright. We are going to do a hashtag poems with Baba raid. And we are going to be reading... Oh my gosh. Oh, chat is lagging so hard for me. I'm gonna read this wonderful person. Uh, as always, my name is Baba. I love you all so much. I hope all of you have a wonderful day, night, evening, afternoon, whatever it may be for you. Again, my name is Baba. I love you all so much, and I will see you all later.